Hi Violas, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on Baa Baa Black Sheep. It's in G major, so let's warm up with a G major scale. You'll be using your bow today, so let's have a little review on the bow hold. So here, make sure your thumb and your middle finger has a contact point, index finger a little bit apart, and just rest your ring finger, and then make sure your pinky is on the top and nicely curled, and your thumb as well. Have a space here. This is the bow hold. Now let's warm up with the G major. So for G major, you have G open string, A first finger, B second finger, C on third finger, D fourth finger, E first finger, F sharp, second finger, and G. And then you can go back down. One thing to remember, when you put down your fingers, make sure, for example, the second finger, you have your index finger down as well to support it. And when you're putting down the third finger, make sure the first two fingers are also down to support. Now I'm setting the metronome to a quarter note equals to 85. And let's warm up the scale, but each note let's play a half note. So you'll hear 2 clicks for each note. You'll need for this piece. So now let's get into the piece. I'm going to play it through once first, so make sure you follow along in the score and watch out for the note values. We have half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes in this piece. So I'm going to set the metronome to quarter note equals to 85. So for a half note, you'll hear 2 clicks for each half note. And quarter note is on the beat, so 1 quarter note, 1 click. And for eighth notes, you'll have to play 2 eighth notes in 1 click. It's not a too complicated piece, so I'll mention a few little details that you should watch out for when you practice. So first, in measure 3, you have the C on the third finger. You can see from the score we're coming out from an open string D. So when you're going to the C in the next measure, you have string crossing in both your right hand and left hand. So what would help with the right hand to have the clarity is for you to be prepared with your left hand. So after you play the open string D, make sure you put down all 3 of your fingers for the C that's coming up. So let me demonstrate. We have this in second measure. So make sure you put down your 3 fingers before you start the note on the G string. Once again. So be prepared for the C that's coming. Another place that's a little bit similar to this would be measure 5. You have the D on the fourth finger, and we're just coming out from an open string G in the previous measure. So this is measure 4. And you have to prepare for the D, so make sure you put down as many fingers as possible to support the D. For the clarity, prepare your left hand first and then speak from your right hand. Another thing to watch out for is the rhythm. As you can see, measure 5 and measure 7, they look very similar. It's here to trick you because they're using the same notes, but if you look more carefully, the rhythms are different. So in measure 5, what we have is da, 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 da. But in measure 7, what we have is da, 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 da. So make sure you watch out for that. So this is measure 5. Once again, support your 4th finger. So put down the other fingers. Measure 5. And measure 7. The last 4 measures are exactly the same as the beginning 4 measures. So when you practice this piece, if you get the beginning 4 measure and then you figure out the rhythm and fingering for the middle section, which is 2 plus 2, you're basically nailing this piece. Now let me run through this piece again for you. I'm still setting the metronome to quarter note equals to 85. Just a reminder, make sure you watch out for the note values. It's very important that you're very strict with the rhythm. So if you see a half note, make sure you hold on to the note for exactly 2 beats. And for quarter note, make sure you don't rush, and for 8th notes as well. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.